Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the Daily Drive. Happy Friday. We talked the other day about me doing the daily drives in different Mickey ears because we have a whole collection of Mickey ears, and I have never even worn most of them because I learned that they're not super comfortable when you have to wear glasses. And so for the last 6 or so years, I have had to wear glasses. And last week I got LASIK done, and I am slowly but surely getting back to my normal self. And one of the reasons, y'all, that I wanted to get LASIK done was so that I could wear all of my Mickey ears. I have like close to 40 or maybe over 40 pairs of these types of ears and like the little hat ear kinds. And so I'm doing the next who knows how many daily drives with Mickey ears on. I know that it's not Halloween, but I'm short and all of our ears like this are hanging up around the top of our living room. My husband has been putting in a lot of work 3D printing little Mickey shaped ear holders to hang on the walls. And so all of my ears are hanging up except for this pair because it's a little bit bigger. We haven't worked out a way to hang them up yet. And so these were sitting out. If you came to the Daily Drive on Wednesday, you saw my little grabber thing that I used to get that pair of ears down. It worked great for getting them down, but not so great for putting them back up. And so I didn't want to disrupt all of the work that my husband has done. So with hanging all of the ears up. So that's why we're wearing Halloween ears today. But anyway, welcome to the Daily Drive. I am going to do one more Daily Drive quick. Let y'all do the Daily Drive worksheet on your own. I don't have my ring light on. I'm going to give my eyes one more day without all of that stuff. And then Monday, we will get back to normal with the regular Daily Drive. So keep staying tuned for that. I'm super excited for what I'm going to talk about today. So when y'all get on, say, hey, let me know. Drop a sunshine. Let me know you're here. Give me a hashtag Freedom Friday. Give me a hashtag replay if you're catching this on the replay. If you're a Disney fan and you know what this shirt is from, drop that in the comments. My husband and I have probably like 3 months worth of matching Disney shirts, and this is one of them. So anyway, we're going to get to chatting about Freedom Friday. And like I said, I am super excited for what I'm going to talk about today for a couple of reasons. One is that I got my eyes done, and so I can read all of my notes. And that also means that I can do a little bit extra. And so I've got my laptop here. I'm super grateful for the abundance of having this. So I've got some fun stuff to talk about for Freedom Friday. And on the Daily Drive, we are talking about freedom in the sense of freeing up our mind, unlimiting our thoughts, how we are creating freedom in our minds so that we can create freedom in the rest of our lives. When I started on a really intense personal growth journey that I have been on lately for the last 2 years, when I started on that, I quickly learned that gratitude is super important to your mindset process, the practice of gratitude, and B, that we are more in control of our freedom and of the mindset of freedom and creating freedom around us. We are more in control of that than we realize. And so today I am going to talk to y'all about freedom and creating freedom in your mind. Okay, so I want you to follow me here and stay with me because we're going to talk kind of twofold, and it's going to kind of sound like these things are kind of like competing with each other. Okay, but they don't. I promise you, this will help you unlimit your mind so much. So we're going to talk about a twofold process for unlimiting your mind. Okay, and so the first part of that is that you have to, or you get to, accept the fact that the universe is here to work in your favor. The universe is here and already has abundance laid out for you. And all you're responsible for doing is tuning into that abundance, tapping in to that abundance and aligning your energy with that abundance. That's all you're responsible for in order to bring that abundance in. It's already there for you. If you are spiritual or religious, or you believe in God, you're a Christian, you're whatever, you follow Jesus. If you believe in that, then, you believe that God created this universe and gave us this abundance, and it's there for us, right? But it works the same way if you just simply believe in the powers of the universe. It doesn't have to just be that you believe in God. So if you believe in, like I've said before, the powers of Mother Nature, if you believe in, just the powers of the universe, just the powers of energy, they're still there in a spiritual way for you without necessarily having to be religious, right? And so when you learn that you have that higher power in the universe, you have a higher purpose for your life, you have something that you are placed on this earth in this time, living and breathing right now, you have some purpose to share, right? And you tune into the universe's energy of that, you will free your mind so much. And what I mean by that, this is why I brought my laptop with me, okay? Because one of the ways that I do that, first of all, I have this notebook here. And so this is where it's twofold, okay? So I have taken this notebook, and you'll see right here on the top, and then this is just a steno pad or whatever they call it that I got from, I think, Family Dollar. And I've sectioned different areas for different things. And so this right here I have called Unlimiting. And I have just made a list of all of the things that I feel help to unlimit me or help to put my mind in a different space, things that I've come across. I've gotten some closure in my life recently, so some reminders of that. But this is just a list of things that I feel like help to unlimit Sarah, to put Sarah in the right place instead of thinking about the anxiety and the worry. So the first part of that is that I have made this list of things that I feel like unlimit my mind and keep me happy and make me, feel blissful and happy. And the first thing is to learn every day, right? And so that means keeping an open mind and learning something new every single day. And I really strive to do that. I take a lot of online classes. I look at a lot of YouTube content, right? I've got a reminder of some things that have happened in my past, that it was never me, not once. I've got writing often because that helps unlimit my brain, working on my social media, expanding things, get up and act. I wrote on here because we can have all of these lovely, warm, fuzzy dreams and ideas, but if we don't actually get up and act on them, we are not going to get anything done, right? Finding people to follow so that I can continue to stay inspired, spending time in nature, wake up for myself, share my purpose and dreams with someone every day, serve others, bring in the intentional emotions of feeling more joy and feeling more bliss. And we know that we do that with gratitude practice and intentionally redirecting, right? And then having a good morning routine is the last thing that I wrote, because if you start your morning in the right space, then your day will likely stay that way. But if you wake up, on the wrong side of the bed, they say, then your day, is most likely going to continue to go that way. So the very first thing that I did when I started to learn that I'm in control of unlimiting Sarah was to make this list, to write down everything that I feel. And sometimes I add to it. If I think of something or if I find something new that I enjoy, I'll come back and write that, right? And so unlimiting Sarah, I literally wrote unlimiting at the top and then made that list. And that is so I have something physical right here whenever I start to feel like my content sucks, or I'm comparing myself to other people, or nobody's watching me right now, so what am I even doing, right? I get this list out, And I remind myself, no, I am striving to learn every day, to turn myself over to my higher power, you know, to spend time in nature, to ground myself. This is what unlimits me. And so which of these things can I do to switch my thoughts at that time, right? So that's the first thing that I do, right? I have that list for unlimiting me. And I keep this. This is in a notebook that I carry around with me when I go places. It sits on my desk. When I'm in my office working, when I take all my stuff to work on the couch, I bring it with me. Like, this is written in a place that I'm going to have with me all the time, so that whenever I need that reminder of what I feel unlimits me and gives me freedom, it's right there, and I can read it and pick something out of it to do to unlimit my brain space, right? And so then this is where I want y'all to stay with me, to follow me, because this is where it's going to kind of sound like it's conflicting thoughts, right? So once you know what unlimits you, what gives you freedom, what makes you happy, the next thing that you have to do is turn yourself over to that, because that is the universe's way of letting you know what connects you with the abundance that's available to you. So you get to turn yourself over to that universal higher power, right? And when you turn yourself over to that power, it's actually going to allow you to stay in control of your thoughts. So that's why I know it sounds conflicting that you're turning your thoughts over, but also staying in control of them at the same time. Like, what am I talking about? But hear me out, stay with me, follow me, okay? You turn your thoughts over to the universe, to your higher power, to your higher purpose, in order to stay in control of them and redirect them, okay? Now, if you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. If you're following me, drop me some sunshines. But this is one of the things that I do to turn my mind over to my higher purpose, to my higher power. I believe in the powers of God. That's what I associate with. However, at the same time, I also agree and believe and understand the powers of the universe. And for me, it's all intertwined together. For you, it might not be. You just believe in the powers of the universe, and that's fine. Take God out and insert universe, right? That it's fine. It works the same way. We can all do this no matter what our spiritual belief is, right? So one of the things that I do to kind of get my thoughts back in check in the mornings during my morning routine after my husband's gone to work, y'all know I watch the murder documentaries, okay? I just finished one with Piers Morgan, okay? And the only time I've heard the name Pierce, I thought, was James Bond, but I guess that's a different Pierce. So somebody tell me who Piers Morgan is, but he's going into jails and interviewing like serial killers. I don't even remember what it's called, but it's on Netflix. And so I just finished that, right? And I love watching murder documentaries. I don't know why. I love the psychology of the brain. And so I love seeing the person. I love seeing the person that committed this act and hearing them explain it, right? So I do a little bit of that after my husband leaves in the morning. I have my coffee, I check some emails, I check my social media things, whatever it is, right? And then I turn on the murder documentaries while I'm finishing my coffee. And so you get to control your brain space, right? So after a little while, the murder documentaries aren't really putting me in a good brain space, right? I can do sort of like mindless things while I'm watching it. Like, I uploaded a bunch of YouTube videos just while I was sitting watching it, but I need to take back control at some point, right? So the way that I do that is I just kind of like shut everything off, shut the murder documentaries off, and turn on some worship music. I watched a worship service on Sunday for the first time I'm embarrassed to even tell you that I don't even know how long, and it like fired me up so much. And so I am making worship an active part of my life again, right? And for me, it's worshiping God. For you, it may be just worshiping the higher power of the universe, or maybe don't even call it worship. turning your energy over. I turn my energy over to God. You turn your energy over to the universe. You turn your energy over to Mother Nature. You turn your energy over to heebie-jeebie whoever, right? It doesn't matter. The purpose is that your energy is going somewhere else, right? And so what I do is I take that time to worship. I turn on Pandora worship channel that I have spent a lot of time fine tuning and thumbs upping and thumbs downing and making sure it's things that I like and that pump me up, right? And so I turn that off, or I turn that on and turn everything else off, because that's the thing for me that releases my mind. I have fine tuned my Pandora to be songs that I know the words to, so that I can actively redirect my mind, sing along, think about the words, whatever it is, so that I can actively redirect my thoughts, right? And then anytime I'm finding myself thinking of something else, because it still happens, I'm sitting here thinking about what I'm going to talk to you about on the daily drive. I'm sitting here thinking about how there's dishes in the sink. I'm sitting here thinking about I don't even know that it rained yesterday, right? While I'm listening to my worship music. So anytime that I find my mind drifting to somewhere else, I just bring it back to what I'm listening to. Again, if you, don't associate, or that's not your spiritual background, you can hop on YouTube and you can find meditations. You can find, like non-religious chanting kind of things. Those are soothing sometimes. I love sound baths, where your body is getting vibrations and sounds in different ways and different things that work, right? So you can find that thing to turn your mind over, whatever your spiritual association is, okay? So for me, like I said, it's my Pandora worship channel that I have put a lot of time and energy into thumbs upping and thumbs downing. For you, it might be just going outside and grounding your feet with nature. It might be just sitting in quiet for a minute. It might be, like I said, getting on YouTube and finding a meditation, right? Whatever it is that you do, again, the purpose is that you're turning your mind over to that. So what happened for me this morning, excuse me, is that since my Pandora worship channel is so fine-tuned, it's all of the songs that rev me up, that get me going, that get me moving in the right way, okay? But sometimes they get me emotional, real emotional, right? Sometimes that worship hits right and you are crying. And I will tell y'all, I have had these experiences when it's been nothing to do with God and religion as well, right? Like I went on a retreat in Utah last summer, and it was not a spiritual retreat, but we did a grounding experience together where I felt the same emotions and I felt the same release of my power and my control, right? So that's what I'm talking about, just that release of control. So let me tell you, this is what I'm super excited about, y'all, because I have this laptop so I can read something for you, and also that I got my eyes fixed so I can actually sit here and read it off my laptop, right? Okay. Anyway, so my Pandora plays the song Praise You in the Storm, and the version that I have on my Pandora that I love is by Casting Crowns. And so I'm going to read the lyrics because I want you to just follow my thoughts here, okay? So I know that when I turn on this worship channel, that is my time to connect with the lyrics and the emotion and redirect the other thoughts in my mind, right? So the song Praise You in the Storm came on. And again, I have my Pandora set up so that it's songs that I know the lyrics to, so that when I feel my brain drifting off into somewhere else, I can bring it back to the lyrics of the song, right? And so Praise You in the Storm comes on, and here's the lyrics to this song, okay? And I want you to remember that when we're talking about God, when we're talking about the higher power in the sense of being God, you can take out God, insert universe, whatever it is that you believe in, that you follow, right? So don't tune me out just because this is a religious song. Just insert whatever you follow, okay? The lyrics to this song are, I was sure by now, God, you would have reached down and wiped our tears away, stepped in and saved the day. And once again, I say amen, and it's still raining. Give me a 1 if you ever feel like that. You are crying out, and when you're done, you feel like the storm is still there, right? That I have felt that way in a religious sense and a non-religious sense, right? The storm, you feel like the storm is still there. But as the thunder rolls, I barely hear your whisper through the rain, I'm with you. And as your mercy falls, I'll raise my hands and praise the God who gives and takes away. And I'll praise you in this storm, and I will lift my hands, for you are who you are, no matter where I am. And every tear I've cried, I should have brought a tissue because I can feel it, right? Every tear I've cried, you hold in your hand. You never left my side, and though my heart is torn, I will praise you in this storm. I remember when I stumbled in the wind, you heard my cry, you raised me up again. But my strength is almost gone. How can I carry on if I can't find you? Give me a 2 if you've ever felt like that. I can't find abundance. I can't find spirituality. I can't find God. How can I carry on if I can't find you? But as the thunder rolls, I barely hear your whisper through the rain, I'm with you. And as your mercy falls, I'll raise my hands and praise the God who gives and takes away. And I'll praise you in this storm, and I will lift my hands. And then it goes into the chorus. I don't need to read the whole thing. It goes on to say, lift my eyes into the hills. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, or the universe, the maker of heaven and earth. And it just goes on. And y'all, this song got me. I was sitting on the couch bawling. I sent a picture, I sent a selfie to my husband sitting on the couch bawling because that got me. And it got me because, like I said, this can be God, this can be the universe, this can be the powers of Mother Nature, this can be the dirt, like whatever it is that you believe in, give yourself over to it because it's with you, right? It's there no matter what. We block it out on our own. We do that, right? It's there no matter what. So give yourself over to that higher power, right? So that song was playing and I was already, bawling, dripping tears. And then right after that song, It Is Well came on. And if y'all know worship music, that was a wrap. For me, I went from already bawling to praise you in this storm to, I don't even know when It Is Well came on, right? So then the next thing that I got to do was get my energy back in check, right? Get my hype back up because I was on the couch with the hands up, dancing like nobody's watching, right? And so then I had to get my energy. I got to get my energy back in check. And what I do to do that, y'all, is I turn on MGK. I turned on MGK, turned on my hype music, listened to a couple songs before I came in here to write my notes down to get my energy back in check. And that's because worship and praise music gets my energy there. But my hype music and the music that I like, we're going to see MGK in October live and I can't flip and wait. But listening to my hype music gets the energy back up too, right? So I did the worship, I did my hype music, right? When I felt my mind redirecting, I brought it back to the space of letting go of myself, right? And what that does, here's where it's twofold, okay? Because on the one hand, you're giving yourself over, you're kind of letting go of control, you're turning your energy over to someone else. And so the twofold part of that is that allows you to clear and refresh your brain. It allows you to clear out some, whatever is there. It allows you to turn it over. It allows you to let it go.
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Siri thinks I'm talking to her. But it allows you to clear that out, refresh your mind, let some of that crap go so that you can be back in control of redirecting your thoughts and creating and inspiring and doing the things that make you happy and allow you to live out your purpose, right? I am so ready to get back to my like normal routine of creating and doing all of the things. And it's because I spend time clearing my mind out, right? So Freedom Friday, give me a hashtag Freedom Friday if you're still following me. Freedom Friday, remember that you are in control of redirecting your mind. And the twofold way that I do that is I let go of all the crap that's in my mind. I turn it over to God, which is my higher purpose. I turn it over to the universe, turn it over to whatever your higher power is, and allow your mind to be refreshed and cleared out. You'll come back ready to be creative. You'll come back hyped up, ready to, get stuff done. Like I'm working myself up in here, sweating, right? Like you will come back ready to get going again. It is so helpful for me that little practices like this are things that I work really hard to work into my everyday routine, my everyday life. Whether it's taking a few minutes before the daily drive to just turn on some worship music, whether it's coming in here in my office and spending time just meditating or something, I work really hard to work some kind of practice like that into my daily routine so that I can always allow my brain to create, to refresh, to create, to refresh, to create, right? And then I find that I'm writing down things that I want to do. I'm getting blog posts done. I'm getting videos done. I'm getting things done because I've taken that time to clear stuff out and give my thoughts and myself and my energy over to my higher power. So hashtag Freedom Friday. Give yourself freedom in your mind. Okay, the twofold way by letting go of your thoughts and control, giving it over to your higher purpose, your higher power, and then using that energy to create, to take control of your mind. I know now that when I start to think other things, I can take control of it. And it gives me so much freedom, energy, motivation, because I know that I am in control, right? And it took me a long time to get to that point of knowing that I am in control. I was diagnosed with anxiety in 2010, and I didn't really figure all of this out until within the last 2 years or so, right? So, Freedom Friday, y'all. Allow yourself the chance to free your mind. Allow yourself the ability, the possibility, the promise of becoming unlimited, of freeing your mind by just turning yourself over to your higher power, your higher purpose. Allowing that space, allowing that time to let your mind go somewhere else. Be in that presence. Y'all, I was bawling. If you follow my story, you'll see a picture of it later. I was bawling listening to this worship this morning and then got my energy back in check. And here I am sweating because I'm so hype about talking about this. Because I thought for so long that my anxiety was the higher power, that my anxiety was it, right? I thought for so long that my anxiety was that higher power, that there was nothing that I could do. These thoughts were always going to be there, and there was nothing that I could do. I'm just living the life of darkness, of canceling plans, of never accomplishing anything I want to because anxiety was the higher power. And it is not true. You can absolutely be in control of your thoughts, mind, your life. You can create all of the freedom and abundance you want by tuning into the energy and the abundance that's already there and not letting the anxiety be in control. Right? Anxiety is not in control. It's just there. And I used to hate so much those cliche quotes, like an attitude of gratitude and that kind of thing, until I really understood it, y'all. When you have that attitude of gratitude, when you live in a mindset of finding the abundance to be grateful for, more abundance will come to you. And one of those quotes that I used to hate is the one that says to teach your butterflies to fly in formation. And I understood what that really means. Your anxiety can be productivity. Your butterflies can be for good. You just have to be in control. You get to be in control of that. And one of the ways you do that, you free up your mind, is just simply by turning your thoughts and your energy over to that higher power, that higher purpose. I literally have hanging on my wall a paper, and I can read it clearly now because I got my eyes fixed. I am here to connect with energy, abundance, and happiness in order to grow into my own potential, because I can't bring y'all anything meaningful if I'm not doing it myself, right? To grow into my own potential while showing those with mental health issues that you can be in control of your thoughts, mind, and life. I fully feel like that is my purpose in life, and I have learned that through doing all of these things that I tell you about, right? And so today, Freedom Friday, allow yourself the twofold process of freeing your mind and taking control of it. Free your mind by turning yourself over to your higher power, your higher purpose, whatever your higher power is, God, Jesus, the universe, whatever, Mother Nature. I don't even know all of the things, entities that you know, but give yourself over to that higher spiritual purpose, that higher power. Let your mind be free in that safe space so that you can allow creativity to flow through your energy and get back to it, right? Y'all, I have been doing so much work lately. You have probably seen dailydrive.com is live. You can go there to get all kinds of mindset help, to book services with me if you would like to do that. I'm putting blog posts up. I'm putting all of these daily drives there. And it's just kind of slowly evolving. I'm also putting content on YouTube with mindset help and all of these daily drives. I have that Facebook group that you can hop into called Becoming Unlimited, where you get all of these daily drives plus a little bit more content about unlimiting your thoughts. And right now you can win this little Fitbit just from engaging in that group. Make sure you turn notifications on and subscribe and all that good stuff to everything so that you don't miss any of the content. I am so grateful for y'all. I'm going to drop the daily drive in the comments. Let y'all do it on your own. Maybe your intentional thought today needs to be related to giving yourself over to your higher power when you feel your energy shifting in a direction you don't want it to, right? So I will drop that in the comments. One of the ways that I give myself over to gratitude and to my higher power is with my joy jar. I am always thankful. That says everybody. I am always thankful for everybody that tunes in, for everybody that lurks without saying anything, for every single one of you that comes here to get your own mindset help, because the important part is that you're taking control of your life. And so I am super grateful that you are here doing that. You always go into the joy jar. I love every single one of you. If you get anything out of this, give me some reactions, like, share, tag a friend, all of the things. Let me know if you want to be in that Facebook group. Check out dailydrivecoaching.com and on YouTube. And y'all, just remember, you free up your mind and you are in control. You are in control of freeing up your mind, okay? You are in control of freeing your mind and creating freedom. And you do that by giving yourself over to your higher power, giving yourself over to whatever your higher purpose is, allowing your thoughts to be in that safe space and be clear so that you can come back refreshed and in control. You are in control of your life. You can unlimit yourself, just like I do with my list. This reminds me what unlimits me. You can unlimit yourself by remembering that abundance is there for you, and all you have to do is tune your energy into it. So give your energy and your mind over to your higher purpose so that you can stay in control of your thoughts and you can continue to create. Y'all, Stay tuned for some new ears on Monday. I love y'all so much. Again, if you get anything out of this, let me know. If you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay, hashtag Freedom Friday, drop a sunshine, say hey, whatever. I will see y'all soon. I love you so much.